Hey, how's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Of course, you know who it is. Dr.PHILMIKE back in the building, and welcome to another episode of Conversations with Dr.PHILMIKE. And I hope and sincerely hope that anything that comes out of these videos are definitely helpful with your future relationships, should they be with Filipinas or should they be with other women. I have learned over the time that many of the advice and tips that I give in these videos can definitely be implemented and applied to other relationships with other types of women. But you know, because I am more of a Philippine-based channel, I definitely want to make sure that I give you advice from what I understand in dealing with Filipino women. Okay? Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the topic. I sincerely hoped you guys enjoyed the last one where we were talking about, you know, guys not being so hyper emotional because of how it could really ruin and tamper and taint your future relationships. Okay? I told you before, guys, it is okay to cry. It is okay to yell. It's okay to scream. Just make sure you're alone when you do it and people aren't looking at you like you're crazy. Tell you right now, go to a room in your house. If you still have these problems, go to the room in your house. Scream at the wall and say, I hate that bitch. Something. Curse if you got to. Get it out so that we can push forward and make life so much better for us, okay? This channel is very therapeutic. I want to be able to help you guys. I want to be able to help you the best way I know how, through my knowledge of living in the country for 10 years and my knowledge of being in a relationship with a Filipina for a very long time. Matter of fact, my relationship is about the same age as a first grader in the United States. So your homework assignment tonight is to figure out how long I've been in a relationship. But without further ado, we're going to move into the topic for today. Sorry about that. I'm delaying it by having a little bit of fun with you guys. But today's topic, man, is never be afraid to lose your Filipina. Okay? Never, ever, ever be afraid to lose your Filipina. And I think this is really going to be helpful for a lot of you guys, because a lot of you guys run through the emotions. You're so afraid to lose your girl. You're afraid that that girl is the only one that you'll ever have, that she's the only one that will ever love you, and that she's the only one that will ever do anything for you. But I want you to understand, you should never, ever, ever, ever be afraid to lose any woman, especially your Filipina woman. Okay? Let me explain. As I said previously before, been in a relationship with my girl for quite a long time. Okay? Love her to death. Send her in my life. Love her to death. She's sweet, humbled, everything that I need in my life. You know, she's helpful. She does what I need her to do. I'm telling you, ain't always been good though, man. Had my moments, man. We've had our struggles for real. But again, this is what a relationship is all about. All right. And there was one time I told her, I looked at her in the face one day and I was like, babe, you know what? I'm far from perfect. All right. I fuck up all the time. I'll be the first to tell you. I am not perfect. I will never tell anybody that I am perfect in my relationship, and she will be the first to tell you that I am not perfect in the relationship. But I looked at her and I said, babe, you know what? I may not be perfect. And you may not be perfect. But for some god-awful reason, I feel like we're just perfect for each other, you know? And that's kind of how you have to have that mentality. You have to be able to say, I admit that I ain't perfect. She admits that she ain't perfect, but hell, we got to be perfect for each other because we've stuck it out this long, all right? And we genuinely have a positive relationship that we try to push forward with every day. But I do also tell her this. If there is ever a moment in our relationship where you feel like you are no longer happy, or you feel like this shit just ain't working out, just tell me. Because I don't want you to be here if you don't want to be here. I don't want you to be had if you don't want to be had by me. You understand? I will always tell her that. I let her know it's going to hurt like hell. It's going to hurt like hell to lose you. Okay? But ultimately, I'll get over it if that is the case in point. I'm not saying that this has ever actually happened. We never broke up. But I'm just saying, hypothetically, I've told her this. You know, if you're never happy with, if there's ever a moment you're not happy, please, please, please tell me, so we can either try to fix it or I can just go ahead and let you go. And you want to know why I have that mentality? Because I learned over the years that relationships cannot be forced. I said that previously in the last video about hyper emotional guys. You cannot force a relationship, number one. Number two, if she wants to be with you, she's going to be with you, and she will definitely show you that she wants to be with you. If she is giving you any warning signs or red flags that shit ain't working out, or you know, you're just not feeling the love or the vibe like you hope you would, you know, you definitely have to take that into account and definitely give her the ultimatum. Either you want to be with me or you don't want to be with me. Alright, now if I ever lost my girl, I'll tell you right now, man, I'd probably cry, bitch, and moan. I have my moments. You want to know why? Because, like I said, my relationship is the same age as a first grader in the United States. So, with that being said, I'll have my moments, man. You know, I'm like, damn, but you know what? I'll have to get over it. And you want to know why I'll have to get over it? Because there's so many other beautiful women to be with out there. There are so many other beautiful women. Now, a lot of you guys have this mentality, oh, I'll never find a girl like her. I'll never be able to do anything like this. And you know what? That leads you to go down this emotional downward spiral that leads you into a situation that may even drive you to commit suicide. And that's not the way we want this to go. And I'm not talking about just in relationships with Filipinas. I'm talking about in relationships in general. Guys have committed suicide. There are stats that show that recently, when guys have gone through divorce with women, no matter the age, you know, they see no way out. They don't know what to do. So what do? They commit suicide. And I'd be damned if that is the only option for you. I will be damned, especially if you're in a relationship with the Filipina, that will be the only option that you have should you never, or should this relationship not work out. Filipinas are probably the most fun-loving women I've ever met in my life. But I will not sit here and lie to you and tell you that they do not have their own negative aspects. Alright? There are some shit about Filipino women that really, really upset me. And there are probably some things about me being an American that upset them. But ultimately, you'll be able to get together and overcome cultural differences. That's the only way the relationship is going to work. But should it not work, never, ever, ever be afraid to let the relationship go. Never be afraid to lose your Filipina. In my personal opinion, that Filipina should be afraid to lose you. Alright? She should be afraid to lose you. And the only reason she'll be afraid to lose you is if you've always treated her right and you've always done right by her. That is very key. Always important. You have to man up and be the man in the relationship. Don't be no dickhead asshole coming to the country with your American mentality. Oh, you should be lucky to be with me. Oh, bullshit. You know, I'm the foreigner and all this shit. Don't bring that fucking mentality to the Philippines. Because I tell you right now, you'll not only lose her, but you will not be able to get any girl in the Philippines with that shit. Alright? You gotta come with a better head than that, guys. And I'm sorry to curse at you, but sometimes I gotta rip the band-aid off. This is what this is all about. It's all about exploring the truth and understanding a mentality has to be a whole lot different than it was when we are in the United States of America or in any westernized country. Alright? Never be afraid to lose your Filipina because there's always another one waiting around the corner for you. Again, I've learned over the years that women outrank men in the Philippines as far as the ratio to men and women are concerned. There are more women in the Philippines than there are men. So there are always options, guys. You gotta understand, your options are endless in the Philippines. Never be afraid to explore. Never be afraid to say, you know what, maybe I should talk to that girl right there, you know? Just say hi to her and see kind of the reaction that I get. If you're online, I've told you guys a million times in other videos, talk to multiple women. It's okay. Don't make you no man whore. Have a conversation with a couple of women. See which ones you like. Meet them. Have a quick date with them. If you see it going forward, see where you go after that. But don't overindulge these women. Don't splurge these women. Don't go out of your way to do everything for these women. Give them a chance to do things for you. Give them a chance to prove themselves to you. You should probably be able to prove yourself, you know, and being able to take care of her in the long term, but give her a chance to prove herself to you. Let her cook for you, let her clean for you, let her do the things that her culture has established, and let her do the things that her culture has told her that she is supposed to do for her man. Not just her American man, but for her man in general. What they do for the locals, let them do that for you too. I'm telling you. Because when you try to take the culture out of the woman, that is a whole different topic. Let me stop right now, because that one right there, you know, we'll do cultural differences in another video. But ultimately, right now, I don't want you guys to be afraid to lose your woman. Okay? Rip it off like a band-aid. Understand your faults too. If you're fucking up, fall back, communicate. Ask her how you guys can both improve. If you can't see it going any further than that, by all means, just end it and try another one, guys. Never be afraid to try and fail, man. Life to me is all about trial and error. You ain't gonna always get it right the first time. Some guys have gotten it right the first time. Some guys are blessed and some guys are lucky to have gotten it right the first time. But not everybody is going to get it right the first time. If you're one of those people and you've been through a bad divorce, we've talked about that, and you've been hurt before, brush it off, cry it out, get it out your system, let's bounce back, let's do it again. Again, suicide is not your only option. Those stats have risen, but don't let that be your option here. Open your eyes, open your heart, and let's see what the world has to offer you, and definitely see what these Filipino women have to offer you. Not all of them are the same. Alright? Remember that. Not all of them are the same. This has been Dr. Phil Mike, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. I sincerely hope that you guys have a blessed day.